We live.
We live,
yo.
Pop up on your bumble.
Pop up. Episode, what is this? 38. Episode 38.
Getting up there, man. Almost 100.
38.
You said we almost at 100?
Nah, that's how I'm putting it. We almost at 100.
I mean, I guess we almost halfway.
That's my goal to get to 100. Once we at 100, we lit.
Yeah, we
Man,
definitely.
you a positive motherfucker. The glass is only a third way full, and he looking at it halfway full.
I think it said 100% for 30. Nigga didn't even round up to 50.
I'm skipping 50, bro. Once we get to we get into it. We close to 100 right now.
Y'all close to 1,000. Y'all close to 1,000.
All right, so episode 38. Shout out to everybody who's already in the chat waiting. Everybody that's going to join us. We're going to start off with the small stuff and work it up. If y'all ain't know, today we got Sauce with us. If you're from Palm Beach, for sure, you already know who he is. Another artist out there that don't need no introduction, really. You feel me? We going to talk to him at the end about his latest project, which is another one I'm pretty sure a lot of you don't heard. So we're going to talk about that. I'm asking about his process and his performance technique, because I seen the brother perform, and it's no joke. Like it's he does his thing. So we don't get all that. It's for real. So first we're gonna start with the sports stuff though. Let's talk real quick. I always like to touch on the NBA finals a little bit. I know we had game 3 on what was that, about 3 days ago or so, right?
Yeah.
Look like like we've been saying, look like the Phoenix Suns looks like they doing their thing, but the Bucks took home that last one, as I kind of predicted. That was their first home game of the series. So I didn't get a chance to see it live. I didn't. I don't know, Clay, did you? You got anything that you saw particular or anything?
Yeah, pretty much. Bucks ran the gym as expected, but I think what ultimately gave them the win, and also kind of 50-50 in a way, is the fact that Chris Paul and Devin Booker, particularly Devin Booker, was having an off shooting night. So I feel like even if the Bucks play the way they played the last game, if the Suns bring the game that they're supposed to play and they play the way they expected to, I think it's going to be tough for the Bucks to even take one at home.
Right. Yeah. Like I said, I knew, I had a feeling that they'd win that one, but I don't know. I don't know how the rest of the series is looking for them. I don't really see them taking away.
I'm going to put it like this. They had to win that.
Yeah, they did. Boom, exactly.
They had to win that one. If they didn't win that one, it was going to be a sweep. So
yeah, they had
game 2, Giannis came out and did his thing and everything, but it still wasn't enough. I feel like it was more fatigue than anything, because they've been going hard for a minute, and they had like the hardest route to the finals for the Suns.
Facts. So, and who you rocking with, Sauce? You think the Suns in the end or the Bucks, or you don't really care?
I think the Suns, only because I'm a Kobe fan. You feel me? And Devin Booker. It's like
the relationship. Yeah.
Apprentice. Yeah. So I'm gonna just go with the Suns.
Kobe was Devin's mentor.
Right. So yeah, for sure. Is a series is still. I mean, you can't. It's still anyone's game, I guess, technically. People like me, I'm leaning towards. I feel like the Suns is going to win it, and that is kind of who I want to win.
I'm thinking, bro. Don't leave like Giannis out.
Don't count him out.
Don't count him out because like he's looking like real like mega. You know what I'm saying, getting up there to the KD-ish. You know what I'm saying, Bron level. I think he's getting there. Not there yet.
So, Sauce, you think this is going to be the end of his reign? You think it's going to be?
Is it?
Nah, Giannis nice, bro. He gonna keep getting better, bro. But I just feel like he ain't no KD, no LeBron.
He's not there. He's not there.
I feel like he gonna hit his peak, like Paul George hit his peak.
Oh, word?
What's his name?
Shit. Yeah, bro. I think he's not there yet, but I feel like he could get there.
Because he doesn't really have a bag, like if you really think about it.
That's true.
He don't.
All he does is athleticism.
And I was gonna say, if he's smarter, he would actually get stronger, because Shaq talking about, he the new Superman. I don't even know if I really co-signed with that ever since he was given that nickname, because even though he is strong and dominant in the paint, I feel like Shaq was unstoppable in the paint. You feel me? Like, I can't call Giannis unstoppable yet.
Yeah,
he's not, because he had that opportunity last series. Who's they playing? Who they played last series?
Heat. Giannis, right?
Yeah.
Miami Heat.
No, it wasn't the Heat.
They didn't play the Heat the last series.
They knocked
you talking about last series, not last year.
Yeah, not last year.
The last one
series.
That they almost lost.
Wasn't it the Knicks, or was it? Who was it?
Oh, the Nets.
The Nets.
It was the Nets.
The Nets,
yes,
bro.
right.
Like, think about how small the Nets are, bro. Besides, like, DeAndre Jordan and them. He could have been backing down Blake, all them boys. just getting buckets.
No, that's a fact. And the crazy thing is, DeAndre Jordan didn't even play that much that series. I don't know why. Was he?
Because he can't shoot free throws, so there's no point. And they're gonna get out and run. He's too big for that. With Giannis, it's like we all know he's gonna come at you heavy and just put his shoulder down. So it's like that's what they were just doing, taking charges to stop this nigga, bro.
Yeah,
facts.
We'll see though. We'll see. I think Giannis. I ain't gonna count him out. I ain't gonna count him out because man.
I ain't count him out yet.
He looking dope.
We got Chris Paul, bro. A healthy Chris Paul.
Yeah, Chris Paul.
Hey, Chris, but that's the thing, and that's the main thing for me of why in my prediction is going to be them, the Suns, because Chris Paul wants it, bro. You could tell this nigga he's at that point where you're like, I came too close to not get this. You know what I'm saying? He looking like LeBron that one year when they finally beat the Warriors. When LeBron was like, "Yo, I'm beating y'all niggas this year." Like, it ain't gonna be a like you know. So, but again, like I've been talking to other people earlier. I was talking to a couple people. Like, whoever wins. I don't see either one of these teams being in the finals next year. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. Y'all ain't read the rumors, bro.
Yeah, like for sure. I don't know.
My Lakers is about to be loaded some way or another because
Damian Lillard to the Lakers.
They're talking about Damian. They talking about today. They dropped the news today that they're going after Zion.
But I'll say if the Knicks could get Zion, the Knicks might be a problem. That's what I'm saying. If Knicks can get their on Zion,
and the Knicks Zion kind of wants to go to the Knicks.
He does. He like that. He like playing at the Garden. He like that. He like that vibe.
And the fact that RJ's already there, him and RJ are good friends, good college friends.
So he really not fucking with the Pelicans like that.
Is LeBron.
and that's what I'm saying though. Like I know ain't nobody gonna pass up the opportunity to play LeBron.
My team.
Yeah,
it's hard. That's a hard thing to pass up, but it's kind of like, you know, if you want to be for him, I don't think if Zion was to right now go to the Lakers, I don't think like his spotlight's gonna go down. I feel, you know what I'm saying? It might be better for him as far as actually getting a ring potentially, and you know being on a better team, but the spotlight ain't gonna be far from on him. You know what I'm saying? Because
I don't know, because LeBron's tuning down now. So, like, even this year, he's not a scorer. He's just a facilitator now. That's why I got Anthony Davis. But it's like Anthony's like...
But that's what I'm saying. Between the two, I feel like between LeBron and Anthony Davis, for Zion to really, like, you know, shine on that team, he'd have to be getting the ball a lot. And I don't see that happening too much if, like...
All right, let's keep it a rack, though. Keep it a rack. I'm a Lakers fan. Y'all really think Anthony like that, though?
I think what?
Anthony Davis like that though?
Yes, I think he's like that.
Like what? Like when you say like that, what you mean? Like
he brought y'all a ring last year.
Like you don't think he balling? Like you said like that, you're like
I think he a hooper, bro. But I don't know. I feel like they're making it seem like he the best big man out there.
I ain't gonna say he the best big man because that's an argument that you can make in any debate that. Because especially when you got Jokic and like all these other big men in the league. But as far as someone who has like a combination of athleticism, a jump shot, and can defend, you can't really put nobody up against Anthony Davis except somebody like Kevin Durant. And even that is a little bit arguable because Kevin Durant is a little bit more slim than Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis will body him, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I don't know. It's a very big argument, but I still think Anthony Davis is like that, bro.
AD just gets injured too much.
And that's what I was gonna say too. His preparation and conditioning, I feel like, is what his issue is. You know what I'm saying? Like, and especially after they won the ring last year, they said it was obvious that the Laker locker room was real comfortable after winning that ring. You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna see what happens next year, though.
Yeah, we'll see.
I think next year the Lakers gonna come back and eat, bro. I wouldn't be surprised if they top 2 in the West. I wouldn't be surprised.
They're gonna eat. But let's push it forward. So we was talking about Kobe just a while ago. We're gonna switch it a little bit. I was gonna talk about the McGregor shit first, but since we brought up Kobe anyway, let's talk about the recent comments made by Sir Shannon Sharp. Those of you, if you don't know who Shannon Sharp is, I guess you could say he's would you say he's a legendary NFL or iconic?
Facts. Yeah.
Legendary? All right.
Yeah.
Legendary NFL player, Shannon Sharp. He's, if you don't know his current job right now, what he's been doing, he's on Undisputed with Skip Bayless on Fox Sports.
That's my dog too. Hater had to
he be having the Black and Miles and the Henny ready.
Smoking the Black and Miles and all that. If y'all niggas don't know, you just Google him, you'll see him. Recently though, I don't remember which day or which episode of the show this was where they were discussing it, but Shannon Sharp, and I disagree with this notion completely, but Shannon Sharp says Kobe don't even deserve to be top 5. He said Kobe ain't even in his top 5 of all-time NBA players, not even top 5. And he says he shouldn't be in yours either. You know what I mean? So listen, I had this argument with someone earlier today. Kobe is always in my top 5. And I understand if you don't want to put him in your, he got to be top 10. If he's not top 10, to
he's
me,
top 3.
I'm saying most people automatically be like at least top 3 because obviously in my eyes is however you want to mix it, who put who first, but Michael, LeBron, and Kobe, right? Like who else, if you really want to talk about it, who else could you even say all around basketball player is better than them 3 niggas? You know what I'm saying? So
Facts.
Shannon Sharp says not even top 5 though, which was crazy to me. So especially coming from somebody who's a sports professional, like so before we even ask Sauce, because I know Sauce's stance, because he's made it pretty clear. Clay, how you feeling about that that sentiment?
Yeah, man. When I heard that comment, I was really taken back by it because I don't understand how someone could even say that. I mean, to say he's not top 5, besides LeBron and Jordan, I can't think of 3 other players to say that's better than Kobe. I mean, except if you want to say if you want to go that route and talk championships and say, what's his name? What's homie name that won all the rings with the Celtics?
Bill Russell.
Oh,
Bill Russell. If you want to say Bill Russell, or if you want to say,
even him, like I be
but
telling people,
even him, I can't say he's better than Kobe either because he wasn't a scorer like Kobe. He didn't have the mentality like Kobe. He was just on really good teams and did all the little things that the teams needed him to do.
And you can say he kind of played during the ancient time. He played when the game of the NBA basketball was very different. It wasn't.
He played when they made that big.
And that's what I'm saying. You can't even like argue that. That's why Shannon Sharp saying something like that. It's like I would expect an old head to say some shit like that, bro. Like
I mean, old heads always think like.
Even old heads, dog. It ain't like it's like rap where you could automatically dismiss all these most
old heads I would expect them to want to smack Shannon Sharp too. But like I know that there's old heads in the world that exist that are like fixated on like basketball in the 80s and 70s. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of old heads put Kareem Abdul-Jabbar number 1.
Facts, like niggas like that.
And even him, I could see him being in your top 5, top 10, but number 1. I feel like when people make niggas like that number 1, number 2, I feel like it's just out of nostalgia and just because you want to have respect for the legends. But nigga, this ain't NBA Street Volume 2. I don't care about no damn legends. We too far along from that time period for people. Because I mean, I ain't gonna name no names, but I was discussing this with someone earlier, and I'm not gonna say the person was naming these people as people that were potentially better, but he threw out names like Tim Duncan. What's the nigga's name from the Hawks? But they used to do the windmill through his legs.
Josh
Elijah. No. Old school nigga. Elijah Wan. Akeem Olajuwon.
Akeem Olajuwon.
No. Dominique Wilkins.
No, Paul. Stop. Not Dominique Wilkins. Elijah Wan. Akeem Olajuwon.
You could say Elijah Wan.
Better than Kobe?
Not better than Kobe though, cuz.
But that's what I'm saying. When I was having this conversation, it seemed like when I started to kind of get hot and say like, bro, you ain't naming no niggas hotter than Kobe, blah, blah. They were like, oh, people forget about Tim Duncan. People forget about and I'm like, dog.
There's a reason why. Listen, Tim always had a nice team and he's just a good system player. That's the same thing with Kawhi. Kawhi is not no fucking superstar like that, bro. He's a great system player, bro.
Right, and I think some people have different definitions of superstar because, like, the person I was like, they were basically saying like, oh, like how basically like those people like Tim Duncan or whatever, you could say they kind of better because of certain stats or because of, I guess they said, the one time Kobe did score 81 points was against the Raptors, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. So I just feel like, you know what I mean?
He left the game early though.
Sure, that too. Like
he still has to make it.
Facts. He scored 81 in 3 quarters.
Listen, you can people need to learn how to judge like hoopers. Like some people are just really good at what they do. Like somebody like a Tim Duncan is really good at what they do and shit like that. Mm-hmm. But somebody, you know what I'm saying, somebody like a Tim Duncan, somebody like Akeem Olajuwon, getting them hook shots, shooting mid-range type shit. They're good at what they do. But a hooper is a hooper. Like Kobe is a hooper. LeBron, MJ, hooper. Like even somebody like Damian Lillard, bro. Like You know what I'm saying? You see how these people play, like, oh, they are like they who,
and you see, and there's the word that you said that I was gonna say, how they play the game. It's not just the fact that they win the championships. It's not the fact that they got MVPs. It was how they did it. They did it in such a fashion that made the whole world recognize what they did on the basketball court. You know what I'm saying? The whole world was not recognizing what Tim Duncan did on the basketball court. You feel me? The whole world is not recognizing what who was the other person he mentioned? Dominique Wilkins or Hakeem Olajuwon. Like the whole world was not recognizing these players as much as we appreciate those players.
I don't know. What's the name? When Jordan was going at it, he was going at it against Dominique Wilkins and shit.
Yeah, he was. But what I'm saying is how Dominique played didn't gain attraction. But it didn't gain as much attraction worldwide as Dominique Wilkins.
Only because like
we're not wearing Dominique Wilkins sneakers, my nigga. We still wearing Jordans. You feel me?
And but that's only because when they broke the barrier with Jordan. Like I watched this little documentary on Netflix or whatever. They broke the thing, and then Nike was like, "Oh, y'all like this? Y'all like the drama? Hey, let's pay every fine that he gets for wearing these shoes or whatever." So he got that, but now it's like, all right, we don't have to wear fucking Chuck Taylors and black and white shoes to every game. Now we can wear black, white, and red and look cool doing it. So that's why his shoes are so iconic.
That's true, but I wasn't just talking about the shoes though. Again, I'm talking about how they play the game. You feel me? Like Kobe, for another example, your favorite player was known for how he was so glorified for the way he played the game that people in China glorify him more than we do here in America. You feel me? Yeah. Like people in China love Kobe. And you don't see that type of international reaction too often. So I feel like when players have that type of status and they're winning championships and they're showing that they're the best in the league, I feel like it's hard to put people up against Kobe, Jordan, and LeBron. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But Shannon stopped tripping for all of that. He's tripping.
Yeah, Shannon tripping in the motherfucker. He need to stop smoking the Black & Milds.
I think to say not even top 5 is just like, come on, my nigga. You basically saying I didn't put in the work, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, bro. I mean, to each his own. Everybody got their own custom top 5 or whatever. But like I was arguing, I don't think it's something like, you know, like rap music, for example, is kind of like, all right, that's a more opinionated, your own personal top 5, top 10, whatever. Because you could argue, you know, you might think somebody was fired, someone might say they whack, but something like basketball, I feel like it's like, bro, speaks for itself. Kobe's whole record, like, you know what I mean? Like, because another thing people like to argue with, if you know, your top 5s, the top 10s is, oh, if you throw somebody in there that didn't win a ring, it's like, okay, that person don't got a ring. And it's like, all right, Kobe got a fistful of them shits. Like, so I don't know how, like, it's like, what more you want me to do? Like,
at the hardest time that the NBA's ever had.
That's what I'm saying. Like, the nigga was playing when it was really the NBA. Like, it's not like it was the opposite of soft. Like,
facts.
Kobe was number 13 pick in that draft, bro.
Crazy.
Like, Iverson was in there, a kid. Nash. There was a lot of motherfuckers in there, bro.
Their draft class was deep. Steve Nash was in there too, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Cool. They had Stephen Marbury in that bitch, bro.
Marbury they had in there.
Yeah, some shit in there, bro.
No, that was a stacked ass fucking draft.
Yeah, for sure.
I think the best draft after that was the 2003 draft. That was with LeBron
and them, yeah.
Wade, Melo, Bosh, yeah.
Because what year when it was like Vince Carter and Tracy McGrady and them niggas came in? That was like what, like?
That was the year before Kobe.
Before Kobe?
No, yeah,
year before Kobe.
I think it was either a year or two before.
He's like 94.
Yeah. No. Vince Carter and T-Mac, that's like 90.
Should be like 90.
I think it's like 97 or 98.
That late?
Yeah.
I don't think it was that late, bro. I don't know.
Yeah. Vince Carter.
You can look it up, but I don't think it was that late.
We'll look it up. We're gonna keep it pushing. Let's keep it pushing. Last thing to talk about in the sports realm, though, which was probably the biggest shit that happened in sports recently, was this fight between the UFC. I believe it was UFC 264, if I'm not mistaken. McGregor versus Dustin Poirier, I believe is how you say his last name. Fight 3. So, first off, anybody that purchased that fight, I'm sorry.
I bet against that fight, bro.
Oh, you bet against it?
Ass, bro. Twice. This is the second time last time when McGregor got his ass beat, I was like, all right, you know what? Maybe it was just a little fluke. This time, bro.
Nah, you can't be.
This is my
McGregor
personal opinion, bro.
For real?
If you're professional athlete, bro, like unless you was kind of like really, really spooked, bro, like there's no way you should be stepping back because as a fighter, you move a certain way, bro. So it's like when you're
scared,
back,
bro. The man was scared,
you were scared,
bro. He was
So
scared.
back
you could tell from the first couple.
Bro.
He was like, oh, like I gotta fight this nigga again for real, like you know what I'm saying? Because even Dustin's coming at him and he steady, like you know what I'm saying, like, and that's why he ended up tripping up himself and doing that to himself. He was so like flabbergasted and like, bro.
I ain't watched the fight, so put me up to speed. Right. Did he get knocked out again?
Same.
It wasn't a knockout. Bro. He basically broke his. Is it broken? Is it official broken? Did they say? You know?
Yeah. All right. So this nigga was getting his head pounded in. Yeah. He got out of squads out left it. Right now it's like 10 seconds left in the first round, bro. This nigga steps back and his foot just snapped, bro.
Because remember he tried to do like a guillotine or some shit like that first, and he missed because Dustin kind of dodged it. And after the fourth, he tried to like back up. And then he just said, skirt, like you can see the picture.
As soon as he went down, I seen them hands go up. I was like, nah, this nigga.
Bro, the nigga couldn't stand up. Joe Rogan had to interview him from the floor of the octagon. Joe Rogan had to get on the floor next to this nigga like, yo. I don't think that shit has ever even happened in the history of the UFC, bro.
I've never seen that,
My nigga cannot get up. If you look at the picture, Joe Rogan is on the floor next to this nigga and like to interview him.
Leaning up against the cage, bro. They leaning up against the cage.
Bro. No the nigga told Dustin he would leave it, that he was going to make Dustin leave on a stretcher, and he ended up leaving on a damn stretcher himself.
No wonder Logan Paul got that chain of that nigga on the floor like that.
On the floor, bro.
For real?
He embarrassed himself that night. Yeah, bro. It was sad, bro.
Logan Paul went and got an iced out bust down chain of a fucking pendant of this nigga McGregor like this on the floor, just like how he was fucking positioned.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I like this nigga Logan, bro.
I fuck with Logan.
Yo. This nigga is a clown, bro. I like him.
All they saying.
And them brothers been holding their own, bro. They've been showing
McGregor is washed after he made his money with Mayweather. He lost his passion and determination.
I can see that.
Agree. To break your leg in a misstep during a fight is uncoordinated and embarrassing. So embarrassing. And I think that's it. I feel like he don't got the passion for it no more. He's more so just a shit talker that wants to act like he could win fights, but
he's a businessman now, bro.
I fucked with that Netflix documentary that he had too, like, and I was like, yo, I really fuck with Conor McGregor, but after I watched it, like, this man had been losing, and now he breaks his leg, bro.
Yeah, after Mayweather hit him, after Mayweather beat his ass, bro, it's something ain't been right.
Dog, that Jake fight got the chain. Embarrassing, my nigga, straight embarrassing. I'm like, yo, and the nigga was so pissed off. He started just shouting out crazy shit. Like he's telling Dustin that your wife is in my DMs. I'm gonna kill you and your wife in your sleep. He's like making gun threats.
He said that during the interview.
Yeah, nigga, because when he had to get on the floor, I mean, he couldn't get up because he's trying to tell him the ref had to call it. I think they're gonna call it what a doctor's discharge, whatever. Like basically the doctor. TKO. Yeah, because he immediately he was like, it's not a knockout. Like it don't count as a knockout. It's a doctor's stoppage is what they call it. Doctor stoppage.
That's what Conor McGregor was saying.
Yeah, he's like, don't count it, but the UFC counts it as a win still for Dustin.
Yeah.
So when he couldn't get up, them niggas were like, when Joe Rogan went down to talk to him, and he was like, oh, because Dustin claims that his foot already had kind of somewhat broke when he blocked one of his kicks. Mm-hmm. And what Dustin says is that it broke when he stepped back like that. Mm-hmm. McGregor wasn't trying to hear that. He's like, nigga, you did not break my leg. It was me. You know what I'm saying? So he started getting hot, and he's on the microphone. He's like, yo, there was no, he's like, he said some shit like your wife was in my DMs. Niggas started making death threats talking about I'm gonna kill you in your sleep.
He's washed, bro.
I didn't watch that, bro. I just walked out. You feel me?
Yeah, no, you can see like he was
going
probably
hot. He was probably hot as soon as he
his leg, bro. He was 300 hot, bro.
It's the second
time. Sounds like he was to be saying some shit like that.
It's the second time I put money on this nigga's head and he lost within the first 45 seconds, bro.
Like my nigga ain't even giving people matches no more. He's just like
put the money on his head as the victim next time.
Damn, bro, that's crazy. Them YouTubers was doing better matches than that.
Oh yeah. He looking sad right now, bro. Because and I mean, what is good for the UFC because they're about to juice it. Because what they're saying is they're about to do a part 4 because they're saying this didn't really count as a real win, so they want to do another one. But my nigga, I'm Dustin. I'm like, yo, I'm not even fighting this nigga no more, dog. Like this don't make no sense. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Giving me a board check.
You know, he about to fight. I think he's about to fight. He's up to challenge like the whoever the title holder in their division or whatever. So they said that's going to be his next. But if I'm Dustin, I'm not fighting him again, Gregor McGregor. I'm like, bro, what's the point, bro? There's no point.
Yeah. Facts.
There's really no point.
That's OD.
Because what we gonna do? We gonna keep fighting until you finally beat me again? After, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and then go lose an eye the next time.
Yeah, like you gonna keep fucking up.
it's going to keep looking. It's already looking sad. It's going to look even more sad if we see more like matches and shit.
I think he would have lost either way, man, because he was bleeding out. His whole left side of his ear, straight bleeding was coming out.
He was on top of his ass, bro, looking at him like this. Like this nigga had big eyes looking down at him, just McGregor trying to get away from him, bro.
Yeah,
you know, someone got big eyes and they over you like this.
Yeah, they focused on
over, bro.
And I fuck with him. I appreciate him as an athlete, and like I like his dedication and shit. But it's like I feel like at this point he's just like a shit talker. You know what I'm saying? Like you talk this shit, and you jump in the ring, and you can't even give
he's
niggas
6'9" of USC.
Boom.
That's what I was gonna say. He's a businessman, bro. He's 6'9". You feel me? I'm not about to give 6'9" credit, but you feel me? Like,
give credit where credit's due, man.
He's a marketer, bro.
Yeah, it's all marketing for him right now.
Yeah, like he said, his foot, like Skrilla said, his foot broke the same way Anderson Silva's leg broke. MMA fighters work on their shin density. His foot was probably broke by Buddy's shin when he blocked the kick. Yeah, that's what Justin's saying. I mean, Dustin's saying that I broke your leg from when you tried to kick me and I blocked that shit, but McGregor's not having
I mean, he would know because he could feel that, bro.
Yeah, that's what he said. He told Joe Rogan that he felt like I felt the bone crack, like when such a violent sport. You gotta have balls to do that shit, bro. Like, you know what I mean? I give it to all them niggas.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You gotta have some real.
That's his blood sport for real. Like,
yeah, especially because his leg was like this, bro, at the end, and he's still talking shit.
Yeah,
bro.
Like it was like being I'm like, how you talking shit? And that's what Dustin was saying. He's like, bro, look at the nigga. He on the ground. He can't even stand up, and he's still talking shit. Like, he can't even stand up and walk out of here. And my nigga was on the stretcher getting carried out. It was like you know how WWE matches used to be that would be so bizarre that you're like, yo, this can't be real. That's what it was like he's on the stretcher. Niggas had to part the crowd to even get him out on the stretcher. He's on the stretcher just talking shit still like, fuck y'all niggas, like, I'm gonna win the next one. Fuck him, he's dead. Like, bro, stop with that.
Gosh, bro.
Sad.
That nigga just gotta shoot him, bro, at this point.
And that's what he kept saying. The nigga kept doing. Like, nigga, he even says like, I gotta catch him outside. I'll catch him outside the ring. I don't care.
That's what he gotta do now. That's the only way he can come back, bro.
And you know what that means though is that he really done mentally got to him. Like I think he likes this nigga more than he ever disliked Floyd Mayweather and whatever was going on with that situation. Or you know what I'm saying? Like this nigga has really gotten into his head.
Nigga having nightmares.
For real, bro. He probably be dead.
I'm thinking about it now. He has had a track record of wilding out because even like just before or even during the time when I was working at the Barclays Center. Remember when he bugged out and like threw something at like one of the tour buses there? At
when he was trying to fight that one nigga.
It was Khabib, right? Khabib was on.
I think it was Khabib.
Yeah. I feel like that CTE is creeping up on him. But that's another conversation. But
this shit gonna keep
that's another combo.
He keep getting his head banged in. That Dustin was rocking him, bro. To the point he thought he was seeing what Dustin was doing. He's like, yo, I the big I was just rocking him. You didn't see I was just rocking his head. I'm like, nigga, no, he was rocking you, nigga. That's why he started bleeding out of here.
But he did
part of that.
He did kick the shit out of his ass though,
bro.
Towards the end when he was on top of him, he kicked the shit out of him. He got him off. That's how he got up.
Mm-hmm.
That's a rough sport, bro. I couldn't do it.
Rough sport, bro. I give
it to him. He kicked the shit out of his ass.
Just thinking about it, I understand why they go for blood. I would go for blood too.
Facts.
Yeah, nigga, because especially nigga talking all that shit, talking about your wife's in my DMs. Like, nigga, what? Fuck out of here, bro. Yeah, so we gonna see what happens with McGregor next. I'm sure he has a whole he's gonna either do an interview on his own social media or I'm sure he has a lot to say, but I haven't heard him use him say that yet.
Facts.
All right, so moving on, let's get out the sports arena. Let's keep it pushing. We don't want to be out here all night. Let's talk about this entertainment stuff. First, we got Kyle Massey. That's how you say his name. Kyle Massey.
Corey in the house.
Corey in the house. That's So Raven. You might know him. Obviously, he's not a little kid no more. The couple of years recently in the news, him and his brother, I forget what his brother's name is, but his brother's dude that was in Zoe 101. I remember they was.
Oh, that's his brother?
Yeah,
they do look alike. Holy shit.
Brother, yeah. Something. His name's Macy too. I think it's Corey. I forgot what his name is, but it's something Macy.
That's crazy.
At the time, they was somehow heavily involved with like Lil Twist. I remember, and there was something going on where they beat up Lil Twist, so he went snitching to the post. I don't remember what the situation was, but
Corey, Lil Twist at?
Yeah, something like I don't remember what it was, but
Lil Twist. I just want you to know you will never be Lil Wayne. That's some pussy shit.
Wherever you are, I mean, like
wherever you are.
So let me look up real quick because I know what it is that he's now wanted by police after missing a couple court dates that has something to do. Okay, so this is crazy because this seems to be the same thing that your boy that we talked about a couple episodes ago, Drake Bell, this communication with a minor or endangerment with a.
God.
You trying to tell me he's going out for the same shit?
The same shit, dude. I don't know why these dudes can't stop talking to minors. Like, what's the?
Yo, nah.
You would think all that money would put these niggas in some legal
y'all
pussy.
want my opinion on the situation? You feel me? A lot of stuff happened at Disney, so that's all I'm saying.
Oh no, and this is true. That's what I'm saying. Like between
monkey
Nickelodeon,
see, monkey do, man. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, like, that's what I'm saying. A lot of these little kids was getting touched too.
Oh
so
my God, true.
That's facts. PTSD.
Yeah, apparently he had an arraignment on Monday, which arraignment is basically your court date, and that's the second that he missed. And these are felony charges that he's facing, and the judge signed $100,000 warrant for his arrest.
What?
That nigga
So you bring Kyle Massey and you get $100,000.
What in the world, bro?
I know some niggas lacing up the bounty hunter shit right now. Like, I'll catch this nigga tonight.
100K, hold up. After we done with this podcast, I might have to fly out that way, bro.
Yeah, if I find this nigga, they about to go find Kyle, boy. So no, really, which is okay. So on a more serious note, and for the record, he's denying these allegations, which is probably why he doesn't find it necessary to go to court. He said no child should ever be exposed to sexually explicit materials, and I unequivocally and categorically deny any alleged misconduct. Those are some big words.
Oh yeah. I'm looking here. It says sending pornographic material to a 13-year-old girl. Something that Disney.
Now, does that sound like something that I feel like it's something he could have done. That's possible.
This nigga sent the picture and said, "Yo, I'm Corey in the house."
Corey in the house. Corey ain't trying to be in the courtroom. I'll tell you that.
DMs, man.
But yeah, so let me ask y'all this on a serious note, like kind of in relation to what Sauce had just said. You know, a lot of these stars from whether it be Disney or Nickelodeon, it seems like they end up in some sort of situation like this. And as we know,
you ain't hear from me though. You ain't hear from me.
Yeah, we ain't hear from Sauce. We ain't hear from Sauce. But we know. I mean, I guess we don't know for sure, but we know there's a lot of rumors that in Hollywood and especially with the younger kids, a lot of this stuff goes on. And like he said, monkey see, monkey do. I feel like a lot of these kids that are adults now are somewhat scarred from some of the stuff they either seen or went through themselves. Either that or it's like because they became stars so young and they had to deal with all that shit, I think they have a different kind of view of what a young person is or what a child is, you know what I'm saying? Or I don't know. Maybe I'm just making excuses for these guys, but let's start with Don. What you think? You think this is something that has to do with their history or is just weirdos?
Like Clay said, it could be that, you know what I'm saying, that PTSD, like from being on, you know what I'm saying, Disney and things happening to them. That's got to be, if it seemed like a trend when it comes to Disney and Nickelodeon, all these dudes going through.
And that's so Raven.
Yeah, facts. So
yeah, because Orlando Bloom was on some weird shit too. Orlando Brown.
Remember he was the name. What's his name? Raven.
Orlando.
Yeah,
Bloom.
Some nigga saying that. He said, "Yeah." I don't know what he said.
I remember that video went viral.
Nah, he was wilding out for a good 2-3 months off like just doing wild shit, like saying wild shit, doing wild interviews.
Now he's
like,
good. Apparently now he's good. He was on some heavy drugs, like, you know what I'm saying. And like
apparently him and Corey are good friends too.
Oh, for real?
Or him and Kyle, excuse me. Him and Kyle are good friends. Yeah.
Niggas forever, Corey.
Right.
Who Kyle?
Yeah, for real. He's
Kyle Massey, because apparently when Orlando Brown, because when Orlando Brown was having his moments and was tweaking out, he had a interview with somebody on YouTube. I don't know how I came across it. But like the person asked him, it was like the person was like, yeah, you know, we know you and Orlando have always been good friends. So like, how is he? And they were like trying to ask him information because him and Orlando are cool. And he was just like, you know, out of the privacy for my friend, I'm not going to talk about his business.
In Orlando's defense, a lot of the stuff that was going on with him at the time was because he was heavily on drugs that he was doing, like heroin, which I heard. From what I saw recently,
that's why Kyle didn't talk about it.
It's that whole set, though. It's the whole set because they all don't remember Raven talking about she didn't think she was black.
Yeah, she was on some weird shit too. Yeah, like for a while she was on some weird shit.
You're right. They all messed up, man. That's crazy,
bro.
From the moment I learned that Raven wasn't even straight, that she was gay, I was like, yes, something all right. Something all right. Nothing against gay people, but girl look fine, man. She needs some dick.
Back in the day,
I ain't gonna lie. I felt like she was the worst cheetah girl. But I ain't gonna care.
I mean, out of the cheetah girls, yeah. I ain't gonna lie, shorty that had the gap, I feel like she was like the fake sexiest one. They had like the lisp with her or whatever.
You talking about? I know you talking about. Yeah, I thought you talking about the little Spanish one. The little Spanish one.
Nah, she was like
she was like black. I feel like the one talking about had the lisp, and she was like they 3LW. Like she like said it like that. Like she couldn't. Like you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I know you talking
about. Remember, 3LW was the black girl that kind of looked like Kelly Rowland, and then it was the Spanish girl that was like the main. She was like the main.
I forgot what her name is, but she's still.
Yeah. They put them on NBA Street, didn't they?
I think they was. They was in volume 3. You right? Yeah, this nigga right.
Holy shit!
Word, they had the handle. Yeah, I remember that.
I remember that shit.
Word.
Holy shit! They was getting checks.
Volume 3 had a couple people in that shit, like random people. I remember like they had like the Beastie Boys. They had the Beastie Boys too, right?
I think so.
Facts. Oh yeah, they did. Yeah, they have the Beastie Boys. Yeah, you're right.
And then he had like, volume 3 had some random ass niggas in there. I remember. And then like the Saint Lunatics, like Nelly and the Saint Lunatics was in that shit too.
Yo,
I remember,
crazy.
right?
It's crazy when you think back to these things. Like, yo, these people must have got some dope checks for some of these things. You know what I'm saying?
Back then, maybe not. I feel like these days people make sure they demand that kind of shit. But these back then, maybe niggas
they probably just got paid whatever the
like whatever flat fee or you know what I'm saying, like
because this nigga Travis Scott getting the bag, bro. Because that nigga was on what Fortnite.
LeBron about to get a bag for that next, because he.
Bro,
LeBron and St. Louis was volume 2. That's right. Volume 2. But I heard volume 3 as well. But yeah, Travis Scott is a whole day. Travis Scott is a marketing tower. Like that nigga anything with his name on it is gonna sell. You know what I'm saying? Like he just released a weed strain called Cactus Farms in LA, and that shit sold out in like a day. And he was charging $90 for the eighth, bro. So you know, like niggas just fuck with Travis Scott.
That's probably why he got into it with Meek, man. Y'all seen that?
Arguing like that shit too hot.
Spoke about that.
This nigga Meek said 90. Nigga, it's me.
Like, I don't know you, nigga.
Said, nigga, it's me.
Yo, no, Kizzy, I'm laughing because I could see that happening, bro.
Yeah.
I can see it like, yo, bro, you still gonna charge me 90, bro? I know you, bro. You was at my crib last week.
I was like, straight up. That's it. But yeah, so gonna keep an eye on that Kyle Massey situation. I don't know how long he plans to evade the law, how he plans to do it. Maybe he gonna hide out. I don't know, but I don't think the punishment gonna be that bad. Your boy Drake I think he just got 2 months probation for his shit. So
niggas is catching only 2 months back
on Instagram living
for touching little girls, for touching little kids. Or texting or whatever you want to call it.
There was no touch. No one there was no touch. No accusations of touch. This was strictly
pornography.
Well, you never know if there was no touch. But
he sent that message, bro. He sent that bit and was like, "You're watching Kyle."
You're watching Kyle. He had the thing in his hand.
Yeah, bro.
But he was butt ass naked. He was like,
he sent it, bro. Ding.
Girl was like, "Whoa." All right, let's keep it moving. Next let's talk about I did not know this nigga's existence before this incident. I believe his name is Indian Boy Red, if I'm not mistaken. Is the gentleman that got young rapper. I don't know how far up he was or
that nigga gangster.
Gangster, but he died the way a gangster would.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa.
So Indian Red Boy, we should have some images of him popping up soon, was on an Instagram live, and I saw it, and all I know is halfway through he did not live to see the end of that Instagram live. Niggas ran up on him in his car and busted off a couple shots. Looking at the news, but from what I'm seeing people saying is that it has some sort of connection to an alleged diss or something negative that he said about Nipsey Hussle. I don't know.
I seen that, but I wouldn't put it to that. I ain't gonna put it to that yet. You know what I'm saying?
But like, what did you know what he said? Or
apparently, I don't know what he said. I don't know what he said. I think he just said like F Nipsey or something like stupid like that, or you know what I'm saying? I think because he was affiliated, you know what I'm saying? He was
apparently the Crips and Bloods in LA been going back and forth though ever since somebody from the Blood said something about Nipsey. So like they've been offing each other back and forth.
For real? But I don't.
Niggas been doing that for years.
I don't think. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think it had anything to do with Nipsey, bro. I don't.
I know the streets. I know the streets is always gonna be the streets, but I heard like LA wasn't really like. It wasn't going at each other like that when Nipsey was around, but then it was like a truce because
there's like
but ever since Nipsey died, it's like that truce is gone. You know that's how it always goes. It's even depicted in movies. So like Yeah, that's.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know if y'all seen the. I know Jay seen the video. I sent the video to him.
Yeah.
Of how like
I
how he died in the car, bro. This shit sad, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I watched it. Niggas gasping for help, saying help me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can tell, bro, ain't want to die. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But my nigga, you live by the sword, you die by the sword, my nigga.
If
that's the lifestyle you rocking with, you know what I'm saying?
And that's
I feel like
that's my issue with, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like if I was living that life, like, I heard a story about like a real nigga, a gangster dying, and it was the same situation. He just got shot while he's on the floor. All he did was go like this. Damn, they got me. That's it. You feel me? That's all you can do if you live in that life.
That's all you can do,
be
bro.
talking about some help me, nigga. Help me. Nah, nigga.
It's like if you really a dope boy like that, and you really up there, like not even talking about you dope boy, but this is your career, both financially and mentally, you should be prepared for any moment that door might get kicked down. You know what I'm saying? By authorities, and you should be able to know that might happen and be prepared to get yourself out of it in whatever way, whether it be legally or mentally. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if you a certain nigga and you live a certain lifestyle like that, especially you say he was really about it, he was affiliated, and he obviously, I don't know how true the alleged diss or whatever he said about Nipsey Hussle, but it's like, bro, you can't be in the middle of like he was in some type of parking lot.
Yeah. Oh, and apparently his location was on. Some
was on and all that shit. Like, come on.
I don't know about his location being on, but the dude he was talking to on live, didn't he like tell the dude where he was at? And then
that's when he was dying. Cause he was like, yo, where are you? He said Hawthorne. But what I was gonna say is fuck, I forgot.
He was dolo, right? He was like by himself.
What I was saying, they said on his live he was talking about getting caught lacking. That's the crazy thing. He's like, bro, he was either saying like I never got caught lacking or I'm not gonna get caught lacking. and shit, that was when he got caught lacking. That's the crazy thing, bro. But
that's sad.
Like I was saying, I said this in Instagram, bro. Niggas want to live that life, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like you can't really a lot of people you can't really grieve over, even close people. If somebody's living that life, you gotta really keep in your mentality that anything can happen. So when it comes down to it, you're not gonna go through real depression and grief because this person, you know what I'm saying, kind of wanted to in a way throw their life away.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like a real nigga that's about his shit, that got his money, all his shit, his paperwork, everything legit. Not legit, but you know he ready for a situation. He's not gonna be shocked when 12 bust down the door. You know what I'm saying? He gonna be, you know what I mean? Like, this is just another obstacle I gotta take care of or whatever. You mean? So, and obviously that's not, I mean, depending on your opinion, that's not as serious as death, going to prison or whatever. But it's like, like you said, you shouldn't. How you gonna be in the middle of a place with your location on or whatever in any situation where niggas could run up on you and you?
Yeah, he got caught. Like you said, he got caught lacking bad, bro. That's
OD, man.
And in my opinion, I think it's because he was young too. He was only 21 years old.
Only 21, bro.
Obviously, grown young man, but young and
that's
young
still
and dumb enough to
you
be
still like a baby, bro.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He didn't know what the fuck he was doing. That's how I see it.
Yeah, man. R.I.P. to him. Facts, you know, and ain't nobody deserve to go out like that, but it's like, you know, like I said, I don't think it happened. Wasn't random. It wasn't a random act. So
it definitely wasn't random. That was a hit.
But yeah, so we're gonna keep an eye on that and see what happens with the Velos. So that story, I'm interested in seeing the actual, if there is one, a real connection to whatever with the Nipsey situation. But I guess we'll see. All right, but okay. So another thing we're gonna talk about, EJ, I think you got a little bit more info on this, but the whole King Von situation with this person that they saying that that allegedly he's definitely the one who killed this person.
Oh yeah. I forgot the name. What was her name? It's a female actually.
Yeah, it's like is this a rapper as well or just like a gang? Like
nah. It's a young female. Ki, I think her name's like Ki or something like that. Ty Assassin or something like that. Real notorious in Chicago. She was 14 years old. Caught like 20. They said it's known 20. Probably caught 40 bodies at 14 years old, bro.
The girl?
Yeah.
So she like a hitter, like she
was. I mean, she got killed 2014, 2015 type-ish, yeah. So she caught mad bodies, and apparently they closed the case recently. Not really closed it, but put out that King Von was the killer of her. Like, so she got killed, and they're saying that King Von killed her. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry, this does not look like a girl in this image, but I guess,
It's definitely 100% a female. But the crazy thing is, I don't believe it. I don't believe that. Like,
so why do they think he's? What makes them even think?
And that's I didn't see any reports on how they were able to prove it.
They said no. I mean, apparently people in Chicago, like, you know, it's one of them things. Like,
someone snitched, like someone
King Von killed her. You know what I'm saying? They had one witness, and the witness, like, they said it was easily to point out King Von, but they couldn't pin it to him. That's why.
So they rejected the charges.
So they didn't really charge him, or he didn't get sentenced for anything, or not even went to jail for it.
That's probably why they blamed him.
Nah, I feel like the cops are just putting that, you know what I'm saying that it was him just because he's dead now. They can't, you know what I'm saying?
I agree. So
her family or whoever can stop talking about the case.
Can just let it go. Yeah, I agree. Because I don't think King Von was the one that did it. If it was that easy to figure it out now while he's dead, it would have been even easier to figure out when he was alive. So
not
I don't
saying that it's impossible. Because, you know,
he was, bro, that was his job.
Yeah,
that's what he was.
King Von was a hitter too. Like, he got a lot of bodies himself.
I know, but I just feel like it just don't feel right. It don't sit right with me. I don't think.
Like,
it
now
seemed like he was easier to point to.
Yeah. Now they just put out, oh, King Von was the killer, but we just couldn't charge him. Nah, I'm not jacking that. Like, cops, go do your job. Get your DNA results and all that. And shit, like, do the correct job.
Do your job.
Yeah. They over here trying to just pin it to dead people. Nope. No, I ain't taking that one.
I've seen an area like Chicago where it's like they probably like, man, who the fuck cares? Like, they're like, both these motherfuckers is dead. Like,
for real, bro. That's probably their mentality. Probably like, yeah, who cares? Just say King Von.
That's what it feels like.
I'm sure that's exactly what their mentality be.
That's what it feels like.
I ain't really.
Sounds like she was a menace to society. I mean, so was King Von apparently, but at least you could say King Von, I guess, eventually made something of himself. You know, what I mean, through Lil Durk and all that, but. A lot of menace to societies running around Chicago, I think.
A short period. How long was King Von popping? Like a year?
I mean, if you want to say, like, to be honest, I would say he was at the peak of his shit when he died. Because that November when he died, I feel like that was the most people was like talking about him and shit. Like,
and wasn't his album like out for about a week?
Yeah, like it wasn't even out that long, bro. Like,
he was more just notorious in Chicago for a long time, but he was really popular.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Around the car, he been known. Like, he been known. Like, niggas been knowing him. But as far as everyone being like King Von, I feel like it was only the last 2 months of his life, like 2-3 months.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Because I didn't really hear about him until the whole situation. Well, first I heard about him with the album dropping, and then when he got killed, that's when I felt like people were talking about him the most.
First, I really heard about him was whenever him and Durk was on. They had that court, or they was in court together for like the double homicide or whatever it was.
Too,
it was like,
that too.
And there was the pictures, and I was like, oh, that's the nigga, that's his shooter or whatever. And then niggas started making songs, and again, I don't even think he was that great. He has a song or two that was hard, but
no, he got some stuff,
Yeah, he do. But I don't know. Some people don't fuck with Lil Durk, and I fuck with Lil Durk. I think he all right. Some people say they don't, So
Von was straight. I fucked with Von. Like, a couple tracks. I ain't really know.
I like his songs. I don't like the ones that he was sitting there telling them stories. They kind of
those I don't like the story ones. But when he was just like snapping regular, like making regular songs, then
because I know he got a song with Sada Baby that's slide.
Yeah. I think I heard that one too.
That one with what's the name? Dirt.
Word. But yeah, so definitely a lot of violence with Chicago. These rappers, like, niggas is just getting murked out here, these young dudes. But again, this is something that you've seen a lot. And I think we spoke about this before, like how when we was younger, it was more of a thing to really, really like be a gangster and shit. But you didn't see like rappers wasn't like just dropping like flies like this. You know what I mean? Like, especially not
because they right now they're really pushing to really prove that they're gangsters. You feel me? Like, I don't think that's necessary. Like, people, well, I don't know, but
it's not.
But think about like when we was kids. Who was the people like that?
The most gangster niggas that was authentically gangster?
Yeah.
Nigga, I say 50 Cent, Snoop Dogg, motherfuckers.
But think about they was pushing Nelly for that same thing too, though.
Nelly, I wouldn't say Nelly was pushing a gangster rap image.
He wasn't pushing no gangster. He was pushing like for the ladies.
Yeah, more like a kind of thug.
Like
Because look,
persona
in rap, I think there's a difference between the gangster image and the thug image. You get what I'm saying? Like, thug image to me is more so them niggas like that. Like, you would even say like niggas like the baby or maybe like yeah, like the. Well, who else would you say? Like, from back in the day, I'm trying to think of somebody more back in the day, like You know what I mean? Like maybe like even like a Master P kind of would be more on the thug side. But then there was niggas that was straight up like gangster rap. Like they were talking about like 187, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like type shit. Like
nigga put the Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, like
187, nigga.
That's a fact.
All right, Boozy too. Boom. Boozy, another example I would say is like, well, all right, so boom. Would you consider Boozy gangster rap or more thug rap?
Well, I want to say Boosie
I say more thug.
I want to say Boosie with this generation, how like when you got the gangster rappers, right? Boosie is kind of the start to it because Boosie,
he's the OG.
Yeah, Boosie was really like a gangster. Like, remember, nigga was in prison for murder, bro, and he got away with it.
Yeah, no, facts.
And Gucci,
we saying like
too.
We saying the content of his music though. Would you consider it more gangster rap or thug rap? So you saying more gangster rap?
Yeah, gangster rap, like like real.
I say gangster shit. Yeah, Boozy,
I would say gangster. But I feel like his music kind of transitioned. Like it was like mostly gangster to like kind of like he kind of like, especially after his charges and everything, he kind of eased up a bit and got more like you know what I'm saying, just on his thug shit, just kind of like, you know, laid back gangster shit.
I think when you think about songs like Mind of a Maniac and shit, that's like gangster Boozy to me. Like, you got no mind. Like, straight nigga. Oh, like Boozy, like, yeah. Dang, I miss Boozy in the niggas. But yeah, Boozy definitely I say is gangster rap. Niggas like Webby, him Webby, all them niggas.
Lil Scrappy, gangster rap.
Yeah.
You don't want to be out in the street. Mouth full of blood and soul full of heat.
But what happened? Okay, so with that, the thing is, okay, so gangster rap, obviously, you know what I'm saying. You make gangster rap music, you gonna pop in a way, like, so a lot of dudes, they're Future really taking it to they taking it to another
Future's
level.
Thug rap is Future.
Oh yeah. So y'all, that's true. Like even Young Thug, that's like thug rap. You know what I'm saying? Hence the name. But yeah, these niggas is really out there trying to prove that shit. Like, oh, I'm really like out here. Look at what's his name, Pooh Shiesty. Then he got locked up because he was
he locked up right now, ain't
he? Yeah. Wasn't it? He had a gun in the club, or he was like, I think it was like. He shot somebody. He was walking away from security, put his gun back and shot, and I think he hit the security guard.
Fucking God.
Nice.
That was down here.
That was down here. Yeah. Like, come on, son. Is that it? That's not even necessary, bro.
That wasn't necessary.
Was somebody like about to shoot at him? Was he feeling threatened?
No. It was the time when they said that somebody went in his like pocket and took his wallet or his money or some shit like that. And I think he was mad that they even tried. They didn't even take the money. He's just mad that they tried. So he was walking out. He was mad at the attempt, and he had to really show his gangster, like, nigga, I'm gangster, like. So he took his gun and just shot into a crowd of people, hit the security guard. And the security guard apparently didn't file charges, so he was off with that, but he's still locked up for something else. I don't even know.
Yeah, because from what I heard in his most recent case, there's some shit like threatening a witness, like someone threatened someone that was supposed to come to the stand or something.
That's probably the security guard. That's probably what happened, because apparently the security guard said, "Yeah, fuck it, I'm not gonna file no charges." And they probably got caught up with that shit too. Like, come on, son, nigga, you about to make millions making music, bro. Nigga, stick to the music.
That's the ones that be getting it for me. And again, like, I hate to keep bashing Shorty, but it's another thing that to me is like a mirror of the situation with Sha'Carri. It's like you were right there. You was at the cup of being the like, and then you threw it away over some dumb shit. Bro, like, why?
They clowned her at the ESPYs, by the way. I don't know if y'all seen.
Oh, they did? What they say? When was the ESPYs, today or last night?
Yeah, it was today. It started at 7:30. Like literally in the opening of the ESPYs, this nigga Anthony Mackie was like, "How's everybody feeling? Everybody feeling good? I'm feeling great, man. I know we all uptight, feeling so high, but you know we so high up, we can't even go to the Olympics."
Oh no!
and then he looked at Sha'Carri like, "I'm just playing."
No, she was there?
Because she was there, yeah. She got invited to go there, so she was there. And then she looked at the camera like fuck.
I don't see the big deal though. You feel me?
Yo, what up, my dog in it? Well, keeping up with the Enterprise. What up?
Yeah.
But I don't really see it because Michael Phelps still was swimming his ass off, and he got caught smoking weed too.
Again, y'all keep saying this. Michael Phelps did not get caught smoking weed while he was participating in the Olympics.
He admitted to smoking
it
afterwards. Yeah, he never got caught. Yeah,
he would have got stripped of all this shit.
He passed the drug test.
He was not on. I mean, and again, I'm sure there's many athletes or whoever that do their shit while they doing what they do, but they just find a way to either use someone's pee or I don't know how they do it, but They clearly don't get caught up. So
it just don't make sense to me though.
I don't get what part of it doesn't make sense. I've been explaining this to people all week. Like, you don't explain. Like, all right, let me explain and break it down to you in regular. Like, if you had a job or you were about to apply for a job and they said, nigga, you can't take drugs to work the job, and then you take a drug test and it says you took a drug, they're not gonna give you the job.
But look, there's been opportunities that I'm not gonna say the business because
Of course.
But they asked me if I smoked, and I said, yeah, I smoke. And then I still got the job. You feel me?
But you just explained why in that situation you got the job. It was an establishment that clearly didn't give a fuck. Like, they didn't care. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But the whole thing is, what performance enhancement is it for her running?
It's not about it being a performance enhancement. It's an illegal substance. Weed is still a federal drug that's federally not allowed. Even in California and New York even now, where weed is on a criminal level is decriminalized, it's still federally a federal drug. Yeah. So Olympic person participating in Olympics or whatever type of spiritual sport is not supposed to be on no drugs. It's supposed to be drinking straight water and juice, I guess, but no drugs. So it's not even, I feel like a lot of people are taking it as an attack against weed, but it's more so an attack against you cannot be on drugs. You just
gotta follow the rules.
Yeah, it's like it's more like
follow the rules. Wasn't some track star before? Didn't she get caught up taking steroids?
There's a lot of people that got caught.
Yeah, they a lot, but that's when they expelled them from the thing.
But I'm saying they stripped them from their.
For steroid use, you get stripped completely. For her, I think she was suspended. She can't go to the Olympics and she can't run for 30 days or some shit like that.
But after the Olympics, like say whatever next Olympics, if she wanted, if she's good, she could do all that shit.
She got caught at the worst time because they only gave her 30 days, which 30 days, like I think it was
she misses
deadline.
like the trial. Yeah.
So they just like suspended her, banned her, and she's gonna miss the trial, so she can't even run to compete
to get into the Olympics. Yeah. So that's what it was. Yeah.
So
they really didn't give her a huge punishment. They could have violated her and said you can't run for the rest of your life.
They actually.
But that she could have fought that. If they had said that, I feel like she could have fought that.
Yeah, but I think some people don't even know the actual punishment, and they just think like, oh, she can't go to the Olympics. Like she banned for life type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some people are getting that impression.
They gave her an advantage, but she got 30 days to smoke now.
That's what I feel like, bro. Good. And the weird thing is like maybe that's why. Maybe she's relieved. Maybe she's like, bro, at least I can just live my fucking life. You know what I mean?
Likely.
Like,
and it kind of, did good for her because like you said, she's still at the SBs. You know what I'm saying?
Sure, she hasn't been shunned. You know what I mean? Like
she just met with the baby the other day. So she's like still.
She about to make a verse. She about to put on a verse.
I don't know. It was probably high as hell.
Yeah, I have no idea what she's doing. And
that's another thing. I feel like mad rappers are gonna want to meet with her now just to smoke a blunt with her, just smoke her out. Like,
so she's gonna get the celebrity status of it. She's just not gonna be able to run in the Olympics. So
it
is what it is, boy.
Yeah, and I don't even
know how we got here from King Von.
I have no idea. Let's keep it moving. I don't even know where we was at. All right. So next we're gonna get into the regular news. We're getting closer to the end now. Let's talk about, and this is gonna be a wider topic because I think there's something going on with this. But a Florida woman, let me go look it up because I don't remember her name. I know she has like some OD white name.
Karen.
Yeah, basically.
Close.
Her name is her name's Adelaide. Adelaide Squanah. I don't even think I've heard the name Adelaide since like the 1800s type shit. The white girl named Adelaide.
Let's change your name to Adderall.
I've heard of accolades.
I'm sure you're
say
Adderall.
Addy.
So Adelaide Schwaring was arrested after she refused to wear a mask on a flight. I believe it was either American Airlines, some shit, but she was on a flight, Delta Airlines flight.
I'm about to say United. They can't say nothing now, man.
So
I remember when that dude got dragged off United. They tried to stay out their lawsuit.
So she ignored orders from the captain and flight attendants to deboard after she refused to wear a mask. At what point the woman allegedly yelled at officers and spat, and on her way out she spat on like people, like she started spitting on people, like just chilling. Like
I would have duffed her in her fucking neck.
You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Like
I don't even want to hear a woman, but if a woman was to spit on me when Corona going on and we on a plane, nigga, I'm punching somebody in the neck, bro.
And obviously niggas is about to sue Delta. I'm pretty sure because they're gonna be like, yo, I didn't come on this flight to get spat on, my nigga. Like,
Bro, she gave about 7 niggas COVID.
Yeah, bro. Like you spitting on
direct contact.
So she was
That's
mad.
so disgusting.
She was mad. She didn't want to wear a mask on the plane.
Yeah, she didn't want to wear a mask. Like I guess she must have probably, because a lot of people are a bit confused right now because of how a lot of the COVID restrictions have been lifted, and with vaccines, and they're even in New York they're saying if you're vaccinated you don't got to wear a mask. So I think a lot of people are taking that as okay.
We valid, but
are straight up optional, but that's not the case.
But literally, as soon as you show up to the airport, from the time you arrive till you get to your destination, you keep hearing over and over, keep your mask on, keep your mask on, keep your mask on.
Even on the train here in New York, when you ride the subway, a lot of people have been slipping, thinking like, oh, I didn't see people with the mask off, but you hear them niggas on the thing saying, keep your mask on. COVID restrictions are still in place. So what happened with her is, okay, so she refused to get off. They called the police on, and the woman allegedly yelled at officers and spat at other passengers as she struggled with authorities, who finally managed to get her off the plane.
Oh my God.
I'm pretty sure she's out of jail right now. I don't think she's gonna face any like real serious charges. Probably just a fine or some community service, some shit. But she's in the picture. I don't know if y'all can see it, but she in there crying. White girls have that victim cry that they do.
I've been seeing that shit all day.
Yeah. So my question to y'all though is so one, we already all stated that spitting on the way out ain't cool. Like I ain't trying to get spat on by you just because you got yourself going on. But so do you think, say you let's say you're not even the authorities or you're not even the flight attendants. Let's say you somebody on the plane, you just trying to take off and get to your destination. Shorty's wilding out. Are you with the flight attendants and the crew as saying like, nah, either mask or get her off, or you like, bro, fuck it, just let her fly. We need to get this plane off the ground. Let's go. Like, I'm
with the flight, bro. Just like, listen, man, they got their damn rules, bro. Just put the mask, and when they come by, if you want to take it down and hide, and you know what I'm saying, then when they ask you, put it back up. Like, bro, just let's go.
You can't though, because I was just on a flight, bro, and I put my head down on the thing, bro, and these motherfuckers is knocking on my
Yep, they like
hey, lift your head up, man. Let me see, bro.
They don't be playing with that shit, bro.
They tripping about masks.
They OD,
like
bro. Like, they OD with that shit.
They be dead ass.
So yeah, I do understand how she feel, because it was a couple times that I was over there just eating like little snacks, bro, and it's like, you telling me I can't have my mask, I gotta drop that bit down. Like, this shit don't make sense, bro.
Usually the last couple of flights I went on, they specified like, okay, if you're eating at the moment, you can lift the mask down, but as soon as you're done, or if you're done,
you gotta put it right back on.
I can understand. I can understand being like annoyed with them constantly coming by, like, oh, your mask coming by every second. But if they just,
but then they wouldn't have to do that if everybody just wears the mask. You know what I'm saying? Like,
if it was just something where they said, oh, you know what I'm saying, just make sure you guys got your mask, put it on, make sure you wear your mask. You know what I'm saying?
My last flight to LA, which was, I think it was back in like February, which is obviously before even all this, the vaccines and stuff was in place.
Restrictions and stuff.
Yeah. This kid was on the plane, and like, I don't even say kid, because he had to have been like at least about 19, 20, but he pulled that like when we got in the air. Like, he had his shit off, but as soon as we got in the air, he was Mr. Fuck a Mask. And the flight attendants and everybody kept coming to him like, bro, put it on. And he put it on for 2 seconds, take it off. And then at one point, he started acting like he didn't speak. He was a Hispanic kid. He started acting like he didn't speak English, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, my God.
Said, all right, nigga, we got you. As soon as that plane landed, you know how normally everybody would get up and start getting their shit? Captain came on and said, everyone, the door will not be open. We're going to ask you to please remain in your seats. The authorities will be on the plane shortly to escort a passenger off. Everyone looked at nigga immediately like, fucked up. About 5 police officers, bro. 5 LAPD niggas at LAX hop on the plane, grab homeboy up, and like, come on, let's go. Escort him right off. No. Right off the plane. Right off.
Idiots,
you know what I mean? Because you could tell with him, he felt like, all right, I'm in the air. Niggas can't do shit. Once I land, I'm out. You know what I mean? Because even him, he started getting up to collecting shit. The captain came on and said, everybody sit back down. Nobody getting off yet. And now, you got everybody on the plane mad at you because everybody want to get off, and everybody like, now we got.
Yeah, everybody looking at you like, see what the fuck?
Yeah,
you did,
bro.
nigga?
You see what you did because you can't listen. Like,
So, I had 2 different flight experiences. The last 2 times I took, one of them was lit, and the other one was just like they was on me like every few seconds, bro.
What plane was the lit one? What?
Spirit.
It was Spirit. I took Spirit, bro.
Oh, damn.
Spirit. I knew you was gonna say that. I knew Spirit would be like, fuck it.
But the last 6 section, bro, it was like on some back of the bus shit, bro. Like, somebody whipped out this 1942 bottle and was handing out shots, bro.
Bro, I love Spirit Airlines stories, bro. Y'all ever flown it? Clay or Don, y'all flew before?
I flew Spirit one time, bro, and it was with my mom and my sister.
One time. And here's the funny thing. Before I flew Spirit, I would hear everybody, fuck, no, don't ride Spirit. No, Spirit is a dub. But I'm like, it's a plane ride. How crazy can it be, bro? I rode Spirit. And I was like, yep, this I understand. I was just like, I completely get why.
Chair stiff, man. The little what's the name? The tray thing about this big.
Spirit Airlines is like if 5 homeboys in high school got together and was like, all right, let's make an airline, and then and they somehow got a hold of about 6 airplanes and was like
the 80s.
Yeah, like bro. That was the most uncomfortable, most tightest, most loud. Like even the volume, I couldn't understand. Every airplane I've been on in my life was silent. And I don't think not even if it wasn't completely silent, it was mostly quiet. Spirit sounded like the lunchroom, like literally like a lunchroom in high school, bro. And I'm trying to sleep because I didn't even get sleep the night before. The girl next to me, her baby's falling on me. The girl next to me, I'm falling on her because I'm sleeping. I don't want to fall in the bed. Like, bro, it was the worst. And I'm talking about the seats were literally you elbow to elbow with the person next to you, dog.
Yeah,
like,
brush your shoulders, man.
Bro,
yeah,
like,
I remember that bitch.
Yeah, bro.
Spirit is different, bro. I'll tell you that for sure. Like,
so I did
have a white girl fall asleep on my arm one time. She had a slob stain. I'm like, come on.
Yeah, you like you can't even do shit. You like, bro. Because the girl I kept
she's straight now, man.
Yeah, you like you good, like the girl that I kept falling on, bro. And every time I'm like, Mom, I'm sorry. And eventually I woke up, I'm just full blown sleeping on this girl's shoulder. And she's just like, yeah, I just stopped even waking you up, bro. I'm like, bro, my bad. Bro.
You gotta look at her and be like, hey, we just levels now.
Yeah, I'm like, we good? Because this is going to keep happening. So, and she was just like, yeah. Because she had the window seat and I'm in the middle. You feel me? So I hate the worst, bro.
The outside and the middle seat, because the outside, that's where I was sitting, where they kept slapping my head and tapping the thing, tell you shit.
Word.
But that middle seat, bro, it's like you stuck in between 2 motherfuckers.
It's
like
the
this,
worst, bro.
So especially when nigga got the aisle seat, boy.
If somebody got to go to the bathroom, bro, it's the worst, my nigga. Because you might as well not even if the nigga by the window want to go to the bathroom and they get up, you might as well just stand up and wait for them to come back. Because if you get comfortable, by the time you got to get up again and then move, like it's the worst, bro. Definitely. Shout out to Spirit Airlines. It's another thing I don't even know how we started talking about that, but we were talking about Shorty on the plane. Okay. All right, so let me ask about this real quick because this is another thing that kind of related to this. There were some other reports that I'm not going to get into the specifics about because I didn't even like look them up too much. But other people have been like spazzing out on airplanes. Like I read recently, some lady they had to like strap her down in the seat. Like if you look at pictures, she's literally niggas took their like belts from their waist and had to strap her to her seat. And a lot of people have been saying that they've been seeing a lot of people spazzing out on air flights that are vaccinated. And I don't know if you guys looked up, but I think Johnson & Johnson just released a report saying over 100 people who took their vaccine have been reporting some sort of mental illness, like something's going on with over 100 reports. So a lot of people are saying that this is all connected. Like a lot of people are saying that the people that are spazzing out on these airplanes, that there's something with the vaccines that when you go on an airplane, it makes you like kind of stir crazy and you start wilding out. Remember, even we spoke about the guy on a Delta flight who was trying to get into the cockpit, or he tried to like open the door or some shit. You know what I mean? Like
he was supposedly vaccinated.
Yeah, all these people are people that they're sick coming back now are vaccinated people, and people are saying that with the report from Johnson & Johnson, which let me look up real quick. I know we kind of been out here for a minute.
Yeah, that shit crazy.
But
so hold on. So they specifically took the Johnson & Johnson vaccine?
Huh?
You saying that these people that reported that only took the Johnson & Johnson vaccine?
Yeah, Johnson & Johnson themselves, if I'm not, okay, J&J vaccine side effects. But I'm mistaken, they've
niggas gonna have to get airplane.
Yeah, it's called, it has a name too. It's called Guillain-Barré.
Oh, it's a real side effect. This ain't no
real. It's a condition. Yeah, the link between it's a rare neurological disorder and the Johnson & Johnson COVID-19 vaccine may be real, but the risk appears to be very small. And they're saying it's small because there's only been 100 reports, but that clearly can increase.
You see what one joke give you?
Yo,
see what one joke give you, Bumbo?
Yo, you trying to say these niggas is getting the human rabies?
Yeah, nigga, like that I Am Legend shit with Will Smith. Yeah, nigga, this is a rare but potentially serious neurologic condition. Federal officials said on Monday the Food and Drug Administration has added a warning about the potential side effect to its fact sheets about the vaccine.
And Johnson & Johnson, bro, Johnson & Johnson messing up, boy. This they second L.
All the vaccines.
Yeah, I could already see the commercial.
All the vaccines.
If you took the Johnson & Johnson vaccine back in 2020.
Did you take that in 2020? You might want to call this number.
Did you spaz on a Delta airplane?
Bro,
did you try to go into the Spirit cockpit?
They whole company was on some weird shit though. You remember like with the little lotion shit or whatever they're talking about is giving boys hormones and shit like that. This? Oh, this shit was probably like 2017.
That. Word?
Yeah, they said that the lotion was like giving boys like female hormones or some shit like that.
Oh yeah, I think I kind of do remember some shit like that.
The lotion.
You think it's gonna be the motherfuckers in the world, bitch?
Bro, it's not a good look. Not looking good. From what I'm saying here, just a little quick thing about this syndrome. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but Guillain-Barré syndrome. Bro, I'm dead ass looking at this word like it's fun. Guillain-Barré is a rare condition in which the body's immune system attacks nerve cells. It can cause muscle weakness and paralysis. This is like the shit from I Am Legend.
Bro,
like the same shit.
Yo, this is some crazy shit, bro.
What does it have to do with the vaccination
tonight? Hey, all I'm saying is, if we in I Am Legend, bro, I'm Will Smith. Bro.
I'm Will Smith, boy. I'm Will Smith. Tell him.
Good look for y'all, boys.
I'm Will. I ain't going out like no other niggas, boy.
I'm gonna be here with Sam, bro. I'm gonna be sitting here chilling, bro. I'm be like, hey, I'm kind of shy today. You feel me? I might talk to her, man. I'm gonna have mannequins set up around there.
That ass, so that ass.
I'm gonna still be in pawn shop and loft with
the zombies, boy. I'm
gonna be jigging, bro.
I got the cure. I'm good.
Oh my gosh, bro.
Yeah. So have any of y'all been vaccinated yet?
Nah, and people keep telling me to get vaccinated, and it's like
same, and I'm not with it.
I don't know. I don't even know what to say about these damn vaccinations, boy.
It's looking.
I seen a couple of my friends. A couple of my friends in Brooklyn got vaccinated, and I'm like, damn, like. Y'all niggas really ain't got vaccinated?
Listen, I'm sorry for what I'm about to say, like for all those that lost people during COVID, but I just, I'm not sold on it. You feel me? Because how many from our generation, how many motherfuckers got chickenpox shots, bro?
I think when I was a baby, like whichever was the main one I got.
Yeah.
Where the fuck is chickenpox at now, bro?
Okay, and I've said that to people, right? And when I brought this up to doctors, they said it's because you got the vaccine. That's why, you know what I'm saying? So it's like,
so our kids just immune to this, and that's what they're saying.
That's what they're saying. I think they're saying like if you didn't even get it, it's like you must more likely you could not make your kids won't get it. You know what I'm saying?
I was homeschooled.
Wait, what you cut out? What you said?
Voice cut out. Yeah. Sound
homeschool my first 4 years.
Right.
Like first 4 years. So like I didn't have to take any of those.
Right.
So if I have kids right now and they don't catch chickenpox,
yes, that's what I'm saying. Some people would say that maybe you just the exception, or niggas would say that
what they say is that they eradicated chickenpox. You know what I'm saying?
That's another thing that people kind of say. Yeah. Because do you really see people with that shit these days? I don't feel like I've seen.
I haven't seen a kid with chickenpox in like.
I remember in school.
I never seen a case of chickenpox. Well, Bailey.
I never seen it.
She got chickenpox, but.
I remember in school there'd be kids that got it and they were out for however long, like 2 weeks, and they'd be like, why are they out? And because they came back and like, I had chickenpox or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know, none of my cousins, they never had it. I never had a friend that had it that I know of.
I think if I remember correctly, I think I had it when I was a jit, but like real young.
I think maybe you did. I think maybe I do remember them saying you had it for a little or some shit like that.
Yeah, I had it as a jit, like real.
If I'm not mistaken.
Like real young, I had it as a jit. I don't know if my sister ever had it, but I know I had it.
You had
the can you remember it? Like you remember seeing the spots and shit on your
Nah, I don't remember. I was real young, bro. I think I was either 1 or 2, maybe not even 1 yet.
You was like a baby or some shit. I remember. Yeah, I think so. I think you might be right.
I'm not mistaken. I was real young.
Either way, this vaccine shit, like everything that because even we talked about it last time, even with the microchips. And that they believe is going to, bro. All these conspiracies. I'm starting.
Did y'all see the video I posted on Instagram?
I'm starting to side with them shits, bro.
I know what you're talking about.
What?
You seen the video I posted, right, Sauce?
What you posted?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about,
bro. There's a video
that's the mindset I'll be in.
Yeah, there's a video I posted on Instagram where I guess I don't know if it was at like a veterinarian place, because dogs get chipped all the time because dogs run away and shit.
Yeah.
So the woman took the chip shit that reads the ID number and put it up to her arm that got vaccinated, and it pulled up a digit. And she was like, look, this is to show you that the machine's not just bullshit. And she put it to her other arm. It said no ID found. Yeah, and she put it back to her arm that got vaccinated, and a whole ID number came up. So I'm just like,
I seen that. But
that's a little spooky. I ain't gonna lie.
I don't know if I could trust, because she did it for TikTok. It could have been like a fault. It could have been a faulty one. People be going like, I don't trust, but still, like,
but no, I still keep
my mind open though. I ain't gonna cap.
I watched Pit Bulls and Parolees, bro. That fucking machine she was using was real. It wasn't no cap.
Now what I'm saying, it could be like a faulty machine type shit. And she's like, oh, let me do this for TikTok.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That,
maybe.
But I still keep my mind open. I ain't gonna cap. I still keep my mind open because shit get crazy, bro.
Some niggas made a video I seen they put on TikTok, and these niggas work in Foot Locker, and they put on some whole shit about how if you have Air Force Ones, like the all whites, if the serial number ends in 111, you got like the more yellow Air Force Ones, and the ones that say some. And mad people was like, nigga, these niggas bullshit. And that's just a code for the SKU number,
color.
whether it's the kid, like the kid size or whatever, like.
Yeah.
But these niggas was dead ass in the video, act like, oh, we gonna put y'all on game, you know what I'm saying? Like, and they even showed the 111 and the thing. And everybody,
people will find a way to cap or do some crazy for TikTok views. But like I said, I'm still not like totally against it, because like right now all the shit that I'm hearing and seeing and shit like that is kind of like leaning towards that microchip theory. But you know what I'm saying? I can't.
But my thing, and I keep
regardless of
so what would be the isn't all of our cell phones that we have in our pockets every day basically microchipped? What would they put like? Exactly. And I feel like we're more likely to. You know what I mean? Like, people really fuck with their cell phones. Like, a nigga will go back to the crib to get a cell phone.
Get a cell phone.
Like, you know what I mean?
And I was going to say, like, that's not even really my biggest concern. My biggest concern is the fact that they made the vaccine so fast. Like, I've been getting vaccine shots my whole life, and I've never had a problem with it whenever I go to the doctor, because I know that these things have been tested and used for years. You know what I'm saying? But
I saw a commercial where they mentioned that, because you know how there's these propaganda commercials now where they're trying to convince people like, oh, go get the vaccine, there's no reason. Mm-hmm. And one of the things they brought up was like, oh, but people were saying this is not the normal speed that a vaccine would be created to respond to the thing. And they're like, oh, the response to that is like scientists saying like, well, we're in different times now and science has advanced, and like because of how quickly how quickly COVID spread, they were quickly able to find it's all that's like they're just trying to science explain shit. Sounds so good. That people, you know what I mean? It's like,
when it comes to the vaccine, man, I'm just more worried about the side effects, the after effects, or whatever you want to call it. I don't care about no damn microchips. If it is or
and
not
the thing
microchips,
it might not be. It might not be next week. It might not be next month. It might not be
social
next
credit
year.
scores.
It might be over 10, 15 years from now when people start to feel effects of this thing. You get what I'm saying?
That's what I'm worried about. I'm worried about being 60 years old and getting the goulash burying symptoms that you was talking about.
Yeah, like I don't want to be like,
I ain't trying to be in the fucking in an airplane trying to take over a cockpit. You feel me? Like,
yeah, especially that. Like, bro, you mind to the point you're not.
No cap, you might actually be able to pull that bitch off though, bro.
If you high off the fucking,
that nigga starts throwing motherfuckers for real, being strong ass.
Because nigga, because the lady that they strapped up on that plane. Look at the picture. They had to strap her down. This is a woman. They had to strap her to the seat, and like she's like, and if you look at her eyes, she's like. Just
and even that, but also people who are taking the vaccine, it's making them even more arrogant than usual, like making them feel like they can do everything, which I understand we want to go back to normal, but y'all gotta follow the rules, man.
He turned the airplane mode off. That's what it was.
He turned it off. And then this is why we tell y'all to turn off all electronics. Because this shit will happen.
Click, man. She got an
air. That's how I was advertising. That's how I was saying.
Yeah, word.
Like the airlines like, they don't want to listen to us when we tell you to put that tray up. For landing.
That ass.
But yeah, we're going to see what happens with that. Hopefully this vaccine ain't have people spazzing, because, you know, I know a couple of people that took that. I think I know more people that took the Pfizer than the Johnson & Johnson.
Yeah, people our age, I'm noticing, is who's taking the Pfizer, and then people of like older age are taking the Moderna.
Johnson, yeah. So we'll see. So moving on, one of our last news topics that we're going to talk about, or the last news topic, is what's going on with McDonald's, bro. McDonald's is on some funny shit right now. Not some funny shit, but McDonald's, for a while, the employees and stuff, as you know, have been paid straight up minimum wage, whatever it is in your state. Might be $8, $7, whatever. I think in New York, it's like 11 or something. So they've been protesting for a while, trying to get not just higher wages, but other like accommodations and other, you know, insurances and stuff that people get that might work at Walmart or whatever, but they don't see it at McDonald's. Recently, McDonald's put out a couple McDonald's throughout the country have released saying that now they're willing to give people all them things. They're advertising $15 an hour, emergency childcare. You know, if you got kids that you don't have nobody to watch, they're paying some people's tuition. They're saying
I saw that.
These niggas is going ham.
They P loans hit.
Yeah, like McDonald's to me.
McDonald's say, hey, we lit now.
In all honesty, I think it's a cry. I think it's a cry for help. I think these fast food chains at McDonald's realize their time is expiring because people ain't really fucking with McDonald's and shit like that no more. And now on top of that, people ain't want to work there no more. So now they're like, yo, we really about to be screwed. You know what I'm saying?
But it's funny how it came back to bite them in their ass because they remember how we was just talking about McDonald's, how they don't even need as many people working in McDonald's because now they have the machines or the screens you can go and order to, and it's just cooks in the back now. So it's funny how now it's biting them in the ass and now they need more workers.
But not even that. Like McDonald's, when it comes to working for McDonald's, they already got a bad stigma. You feel me? Like
bad stigma. Anybody that worked there will tell you, bro, it's not a good look.
And then you know that joke that people, oh, you're gonna be a bum and you're gonna work at McDonald's type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
obviously,
like
that's always the stigma. Yeah.
So it's like,
no matter what, it's like no matter what happened, McDonald's always gonna get off their sandwiches, bro.
Yeah, some type of way.
If it's 5 o'clock in the morning,
and the French fries, no kizzy.
Yeah, that's another thing. Funny you said that, guys. I was thinking that too. Like, even if we at some point get to the point where all, you know, these fast food chains physically shut down, I think a lot of them are just going to straight up be like straight up order like DoorDash or whatever, Uber Eats, you know what I'm saying, where they don't really need as much workers in there or whatever. You can't pull up, but they'll have somebody in the kitchen and then, you know, to cook whatever you need. Because like Sauce just said, they always gonna get off their sandwiches. Niggas always gonna love a Big Mac to some extent. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got people that's really,
my kids love them damn chicken nuggets, so I know they're gonna be in business for a while when it comes to them chicken nuggets, man.
Correction, your kids love them Happy Meals. That's what they love.
That's fact.
They want
Happy Meals.
They want the toy.
The toy. Yeah. They eat
too.
about 2 chicken nuggets and then start playing with the toy.
And I think in American culture, that's part of like what been embedded in most of our minds, like to like that shit, like because people like I remember when I was working at that one restaurant I be telling y'all I worked at, and this one night Rihanna had like this big ass party and all these niggas was there, and this restaurant, like, it's a fucking, like I said, it's a legit restaurant. They serve real food. Travis Scott comes in and orders everyone. There's a McDonald's across the street, like literally across the street from the restaurant. He orders them to get him and his whole crew, like Chase B and all them niggas, McDonald's, and not only get the McDonald's, but put it on the silverware for the restaurant. We are literally in the kitchen of this restaurant, unboxing McDonald's Big Macs and quarter pounders and putting it on $500 silverware for Travis Scott and his homeboys because they refuse to eat the food at the restaurant. It has to be McDonald's. So shit like that is like,
what the fuck?
I don't get how people love McDonald's that much, but
yo, not fixed.
It would not be me, dog.
Bro, and niggas in the restaurant doing this shit, bro.
Listen, give me the finest steak you got in that motherfucker right now.
This is what when niggas start getting too much money, bro. They get in that Drake situation, the Dodgers shit.
And my nigga, this was in 2000 what? 2000 had to be either 16, had to be 2015 or 16.
15 or 16.
So it was not even Travis Scott now, which I mean he was lit back then, obviously, but he wasn't even where he at now, and he was on that type of shit, like, oh yeah, y'all gonna have to get McDonald's.
Now he's sponsored by McDonald's and shit.
Yeah, and stuff like that is why I was like, I see why this nigga was so into that. Like, he clearly really fucks with McDonald's, like
that ass.
Yeah, but so I think it's a good look for anybody who either already works at McDonald's or, you know, had no other option. That's what they got to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, because of all that, even something like emergency childcare where you could drop your kid off or they'll pay, I guess, to have your kid taken care of, that to see how that can help. And there got to be some incentive because, like we said, these fast food chains are going down.
They're trying to. It seems like they're trying to break that stigma, and they're trying to probably compete with Chick-fil-A. Cause like
Chick-fil-A number 1 again.
What, with the chicken sandwich?
No. Just the stigma of workers there, and working there. You know what I'm saying?
But bro, for McDonald's or any of them niggas to even touch what I hear is the quality of working at Chick-fil-A, they'd have to change so much. They'd have to change so much.
Maybe they are changing. What they're doing right now, like if y'all notice it, they're getting rid of all those little play areas, but they're expanding the diner and turning it into more like restaurant. Like, I was in like Taco Bell. Because before, you remember when we was Jits, bro, you go in Taco Bell, they got the little spinning game.
Yeah, all that
little
type of shit. Yeah, I
quarter
remember.
thing. And then they have all the toys. They don't have all that shit there no more.
Yeah,
like,
bro. Even I was telling people Burger King. Burger King used to have the whole kids club shit where those kids and you go to Burger King, there'd be a computer shit set up. Yeah, and you could play on the thing or go on
the little crown.
Oh, the hat, all that shit. They don't do this shit no more. Like, I don't know. Like maybe they saw numbers and they were like, yeah.
I know some McDonald's locations. I forgot where I was at. I think it was.
Do they still have play places?
No, I was gonna say like the McDonald's that I went to in Staten Island. Yeah, so I know some of them still had play places, but the McDonald's I went to in Staten Island with my boy Brian actually had a PS2 in there. Like you could dead ass sit there and play the PS2 while you was waiting for your food. Like, but then
there's a couple of them that had that for a moment. I think there was even some that had a couple of different video games that you could play, like a PlayStation, Xbox kind of thing. Like
in a way, yeah. I think the one I went to was a PlayStation and a GameCube they had in there.
Oh, and they're playing Max Payne and shit.
Yeah, I was like, bro, y'all niggas got a time machine in here? Like y'all got to change these games, bro. Like a PS2 and a GameCube.
This was like 2000, about the same time, like 2015, 2016. I think. This is back when I was in college. When
niggas, I used to go visit a GameCube and a PS2.
Yeah, I'll bust a GameCube though. I ain't gonna cap, bro.
What does it start? Yeah, I would. Especially if you play like
Smash Bros.
Smash Bros. Yeah. A lot of people actually go on eBay and will buy GameCubes and Smash Bros. Specifically just to play that.
I just seen that shit on the Shade Room. What's the name? 64 Mario just cracked something. 1.5.
So
somebody
sold for $1 million,
and
somebody bought the 1987 copy of Zelda for like over $800K.
Yeah, I ain't gonna cap that. Like probably like a month ago, I just beat that 64 Mario again. So shit on.
Niggas be speedrunning that shit. EJ, I think you had that Zelda. EJ, didn't you? Should have left that shit closed. Boy.
He dead ass had that Zelda. I remember that shit.
He was playing it.
Yeah, I remember that shit, bro. That's crazy.
Should have kept it closed, bro. But yeah, so. McDonald's, like I said, I hope that's a good look. Hope it works out for him and stuff like that. But I feel like the fast food chain is a dying breed.
Facts.
We gonna keep up with that though. That's all we got for the news. But I'm gonna talk to Sauce. We got Sauce here. We got the special guests. We still got the sound effects. We gotta get them. We gotta get them sound effects. Like the bombs and the applause. All that word, but
what them say?
Facts, bro. So Sauce, those of you if you don't, if y'all ain't familiar with him, we gonna have his Instagram and all that shit up. But you real quick introduce yourself. So I'll tell them about yourself and what it is that you do.
Sauce Basson, but everybody just calls me Sauce because it's shorter. From West Palm Beach. I make music out here. I promote, I host, I do a lot of stuff, jack of all trades, you feel me? Also dabbled into social media marketing as well.
Got you. And
it's a lot of stuff. Creative director,
Right. And how long? And so the main thing right now is that you're making music, like you're recording songs, you're doing records. You got a project you just dropped recently. So tell us about that project. I know it came out. It's been out for a minute. I know it ain't nothing. It's been out
like 3 weeks, pushing 4 weeks, and it's at like 48K right now.
It's very good.
That's the stream's doing good.
Going crazy.
And how, as far as this project compared to other projects that you've
tell
done,
them the name of the project too.
Yeah, tell us the name. Tell us kind of like if the theme of it, whatever.
All right, so me, I told you I'm like a creative designer. So what's the name? Like everything I did for this project, I did it for a reason. So it's called OnlyFans, Forget All Negative Situations. And the whole concept of the album is basically, even if no one's proud of you, I'm proud of you, and just keep tunnel vision.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Which is, that's basically what the album is. You feel me? Like,
how much tracks?
Yeah, I got 13, but I might add a bonus one, or I might just drop it as a single.
Gotcha.
But I'm leaning more towards a single. That's I got like 2 tracks right now that I'm gonna drop like sporadically for 2 singles.
Gotcha. And so last show we were kind of like Nova was on here. We was talking to him kind of about his process and stuff like that. So I'm gonna ask you, as far as this latest project, what is your your process as far as how you went into this project? Like, do you do it like, okay, this is the theme, I'm gonna stick with it. I'm gonna write songs that follow this theme, and this is gonna be the album? Or do you do it like, all right, let me just go in the studio, bust out fire, and then whatever's the hardest shit, that's gonna be what I'm gonna put on the
So initially, when I first go in, I just try to get one single off there. Like,
right.
I just go in there and create one song, and then I'm like, all right, what does this song stand for? And then I kind of take a route based off that. But sometimes, like, it'll be 2 separate projects. Like, I know I was working on a almost like an R&B project before, and then I was working on like a rap. But then I was just like, yo, no one's gonna listen to a full R&B album of me. You feel me? Like, I was just like, let me mix the two. And when I mixed the two, I had a whole story. So like,
that was a good move.
Yeah, like
it's a
and
good
so would you describe that as your sound? Like, how would you describe your sound? Like specifically, is it like an R&B mixed with rap? Like for anybody that hasn't heard.
Anybody that doesn't know, like you're gonna get different sounds. You're gonna get the lit stuff. That's what a lot of people know me for. It's like a lot of lit stuff, but like, I used to write poetry, so I can touch ladies' hearts and all that when it comes to like all that slow stuff. But really, it's just whatever I feel at the time. Like I just go in there and just let the beat talk to me. When I let the beat talk to me, it always just guides me. That's all it really is.
Right.
So my process, I just like stick to a theme. Like whatever mood I was feeling in those first 3 songs, that's what carries me over to the next one.
Got you. Do you got a favorite track?
Favorite track? Honestly, with these boys right here, I fuck with this song. With them, like Falling. Only because it's like no one's gonna hear that sentimental stuff, but it sounds fire at the same time. You feel me? Right. So it was hitting like that, but I also wanted like a little hint of like Caribbean, so I had my dog play through that. And then ATD, you know how he come on tracks. You feel me?
Yeah, we gonna put a link to the song and everything because it's hard and it's been on iTunes. We didn't mention that specific song recently. We only mentioned kind of y'all's, right? We didn't mention the Fallen track.
No. Yeah, we have Fallen, and then I have a music video that I'm about to probably drop in like a week or 2 with me and ATD. It's called Band of Living.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, I've heard that one too. Yeah, so
that track hard.
Yeah, and then you got that's the track that's on ATD shit, right?
Or that one's on his shit.
That's on your shit. So what's the track on ATD's?
Yeah, say that then.
Say that then. Yeah, say that then.
That shit
hard too.
We got them done around the same time. That's the crazy thing.
The whole one with that, like I went over his crib and I was about to record Fallen. Actually, I was about to go over there and record it, and he was like, "Yo, I got a track," and he showed me the beat, and then the beat switched up, and he was like, "This whole spot just spaz on it, bro." I was like,
okay, challenge accepted.
Then when he gave it to me, it was like he sent it to me, bro, like off rip, like I just went into it, like. Yeah, and I didn't stop until the song was done. Like it was literally like 3 hours, like, and I was like, yo, I'm done. But that's with me eating and smoking and all that shit.
Right. Yeah. Facts. Yeah, that was one of the ones that I was able to hear before he even dropped his shit. So, and I was like, okay, these niggas. And then, all right. So then what I'm gonna get into next is like, I was talking to these guys also about that weekend or week back in, that was what, February, right? Or what? No, that was more. That was March or April when we were out there, right? April, right?
May.
Yeah. No, it was
that was May.
May 14th,
May
16th.
That was May.
It was like May 17th.
Yeah. Facts. All right, so and so leading into that and kind of because that, like I was telling them last week, that was kind of the first opportunity that I got to like really see y'all, you know, perform and do your thing. You get what I'm saying? Like, and the thing that stuck out to me most was like the performances, like the actual energy that y'all niggas had, and for sure you and J-Bo, right? Yeah. Y'all sets that I think I saw y'all perform at least 2-3 times. Y'all sets was like bringing the audience to another level type shit. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that art itself, just that art of being able to perform on a stage and carry the crowd and doing shit like that is like, that's something that a lot of niggas that's coming up, they missing that little piece, that fragment. Yes. And that's something that, like, from how I seen you handle it, and I don't know if you do this consciously, like that's how you know what you're doing, but you everything have like, right, like you have this shit of like you already on the level as far as performing of like a nigga that's already got his crowd and know how he rocks. Like I remember one of the last ones that we saw you do when Shorty was like introducing you to the stage or whatever, you was in the audience pouring up Remy for niggas and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And you was like, hold up, I ain't even done. You know what I'm saying? And shit like that. I'm like, you see, that's what a lot of niggas is missing. They don't have like that character or that like,
that
you know
charisma.
What I'm saying? You know what I mean? Yeah. And then once him and J-Bo hit the stage, it was like, the energy was like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like even at the show, the one y'all did for the, what's his name? The
show that we was at the
Rugged Man shit or whatever.
Yeah, the Rugged Man show.
That was like crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like the energy, people that wasn't even paying attention to nobody was forced to pay attention to y'all.
Yeah.
And so what I want to ask you is like, is that something that you do consciously and you practice that, or it just comes natural? Like, you're like, that's just me. That's just how I rock. Like,
well, back in high school, I used to play basketball, so I'm like used to eyes being on me and stuff like that for like crowd. But I remember watching ATD, like, you feel me, like before, like this whole time
he been on it.
Background. Yeah, I was in the background just watching him, and then he specifically brought me to come be a hype man. Right. So it was like I was always lit. Yeah, so then when I first started dropping my music, I was like, yo, I know, like, I ain't the best, you feel me? But I know I can turn them up. So like my strong suit was my performance. So then it was just like I just had to work on my pen. So now it's like I'm just combining both, and this is what y'all
coming
right
together,
now.
right? Yeah.
Yeah. Ever since his first performance, like. I know you remember that first performance. Everybody's chanting songs.
When I brought out the red bottles.
So we bought it. Yeah. Like you know what I'm saying? Like he said, it does go hand in hand. Like if you're like just good with crowds being on you, you know, when you play basketball and you got that huge crowd, everybody knows basketball is like it's entertainment in a way. So you know what I'm saying? You gotta entertain the crowd. You feel me? And,
so how that's really approached it was more like growing up watching BET. BET Awards, what did we wait for? We waited for like Chris Brown, Usher.
Come on, the people that would get the crowd hype.
Yeah, so like now my music, like I watch Uzi and I watch Travis Scott, and I'm like, yo, that's how I want my crowds to be. So I literally just watch a bunch of videos on how they be interacting and stuff like that, and then I'm just bringing my personality to it.
That's facts.
And that's what it is.
Because like you said, those are guys like you said, like Travis Scott, Uzi, because you got artists where there's some rappers. Me and Casey be talking about this all the time. There's rappers where like they perform, they do all these shows, but they kind of come to the stage and they just kind of stand there and rock. You know what I'm saying?
Boogie.
And then they, you know what I mean? Like
one of them.
And then you got niggas like Uzi and Travis that they in the Raptors, they in the crowd, they jumping, they do. You know what I'm saying? Like it's more than
you gotta demand your respect because it's like already like. People think like my music already like super fun and this, that, and the other. It's like, he's not gonna be no Tupac like conscious ass nigga. You feel me? Yeah. So it's like you gotta demand your respect, and that's how I got my respect out here. And then it's like, all right, now I gotta practice on this. So it's just like little things, just like with basketball. Like you don't just start off just shooting good. I was a good point guard, setting people up. Right. I had to practice my shot, so that's how I take the whole process.
Right. And as far as that, like as far like you said, most people would probably, see you and be like, yo, he ain't gonna be no super lyrical Tupac, Kendrick Lamar.
I'm lyrical now, yeah, but
but so like do you think that in any way, and not just you, other artists coming up like you, do you think that hinders y'all in any kind of way? Like do you think people, especially if you're not already famous or you don't got somebody already kind of pulling you in the game that knows you, do you think people look at you guys and like, man, I ain't want to hear what he's saying because he ain't, you know what I'm saying? He just spitting, you know what I mean? He ain't talking. So,
yeah, but I mean, it's all preference, like you were saying early in the episode. So like, if we grew up together, like you're not going to support as much because it's the area you've been around. Like, I went to school with him.
So I tell niggas all the time. That's exactly.
I go outside in. So that's why like people like in Palm Beach still sleep. They don't even really know like my numbers. I never post my number.
You know it's crazy. Like, it's crazy. People ain't really start like watching us and fucking with us until after they seen we was on tour up in the Midwest, bro. Especially you. Fact. You know what I'm saying? When they seen that and you came back and like you started dropping records, eyes was on you. You feel me? So people don't like start really like because I didn't really see any type of like real deal success until after when I came back from that tour. Now people was like, ATD or this, that, and the other. You feel me? So I feel that.
And that's the importance of moving around. Yeah, you gotta, because like you said, it's the niggas that you came up with that's gonna be the most sleep. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, the first thing niggas think is, I had 6 period class with that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like
and it's not like a bad sleep. It's just what's the name like. You still see me as that person, but like you definitely will get support otherwise. So that's how I see it.
It's just a part of the
game.
I ain't gonna lie.
I actually got to go host some shit tonight.
Yeah, you got, bro, because we about to end this anyway. That was the last thing I was going to ask you and wrap it up. So everybody saw us. Follow him on Instagram. We're going to keep his info, all that, everything. We're going to see him again soon. So stay up, nigga. We're going to close it out. Thank you. Thank you for enjoy the show. Got you, bro. So that's it for this show. I don't know if Sonic's got anything else to say, but I was gonna wrap it up with that.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up. It messed up the screen anyway for the since he dropped out. But
it did.
We're gonna wrap it up anyway. We're gonna wrap it up anyway. I know y'all barely can see them boys, but peace out. Pop Up TV episode 38. We'll see you on 39.
Peace Much love, y'all. Appreciate the support. And Cash App down below.
Yeah.
Facts. Dang, what time is it? Damn, I didn't know we was keeping the nigga that long. Shit.
Yeah, it's almost